Hi, so this video is about how to pull tracks from a particular imported audio track. You'll probably want to do this with your interview footage. You might want to do this with parts of songs, or if you have footage that you're stealing from some other place, you might want to do it with that. We're going to be using this hotkey handout that you should have got. We'll use all of the zoom tools, which is Command 1, 2, 3, and E. We will also use split clip, split new clip, this set endpoint, and we'll probably deal with the deleting and split delete. So if we go here, I'm actually going to undo a bunch of things that I had done previously. So I'm going to undo everything. If I hit solo on What a Slinky Knows, it'll automatically mute the other tracks. There's a lot of stuff here. I want to be able to see all of it, so I'm going to play this track from the very beginning, and we'll see how far we get.
Wait, you're listening? Okay. Alright.
I should say that this track I stole from Radiolab. It's just a Radiolab episode, so I'm going to steal little pieces of it.
Wait, you're listening? Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright.
You're
listening
to Radiolab.
Radiolab.
Shorts! From
WNYC.
See? And NPR.
Hey, I'm Jad Abumrad.
I'm Robert Krulwich.
This is Radiolab.
The podcast.
Okay, so a little while ago, we were talking to our friend
Hi, am I on or do I?
and regular guest, Steve Strogatz. Yeah, he's a math professor at Cornell.
Talk out of the side of my mouth, see? He does have some mic positioning issues, but he came to our studio because he wanted to tell us about something he'd seen.
That kind of made him go,
Whoa, man. And I just had all these funny, deep thoughts.
Okay, let's say I want to go there. I know if I click here where this bar shows up, I'm on the selection tool up here in my tools toolbar. I want about that much. If I zoom in here, so Command I, and it's centered around this point, I want to move it a little bit, and I'm gonna hit split clip. I know I'm not going to use any of the rest of this. If you know that, I'm going to double click. It'll select all of this other stuff. If I zoom out a lot, you can see that I've taken another, say, 12 minutes up to minute 13. It's selected, it's highlighted, and I'm just going to hit Command K and it's going to go away. If I double click on the selection that I had and I hit Command E, it'll automatically zoom to fit that selection. So now I'm back and you can see that the timeline now runs from 0 seconds to about 48 or so seconds. The other thing that I want is I want that crazy laugh at the end, so I know it started somewhere around here. I'm going to click there and play from that point, so I'm just hitting spacebar once I've created that bar.
that kind of made him go,
Whoa, man. And I just had all these funny, deep thoughts.
Okay, so it seems like it goes to about here, and it actually starts here, so I'm going to zoom in even further, and I am going to play this.
Whoa, man.
And I know, it moved.
Whoa, man.
And I know that this seems to be a breath, so I'm going to hit Shift, and notice my cursor turns into this little pointer finger, and I'm going to take it as far to just before that breath as possible. And with this thing selected, before I hit split new clip again, let's play it one more time.
Whoa, man.
That seems about right. This time, if I want to pull this track out, what I can do is I can hit split new clip by going to Command Alt I. It'll automatically pull this down and rename it the same thing and create a new track, and I would want to rename this as Crazy Laugh or something like that. You could also do the following. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit Command I, which just splits it, but if I zoom out, it's still within this track. I am going to add a new mono track, which you could also do Shift Command N, and then I might go to this time shift tool and I might just pull this track straight down. The main difference is is if I keep hitting split new clip, each little clip will be a different track. So if I try to split something else, I'm not going to be as careful with this, but if I want to do split new clip, it'll create another track down here, and so they'll all be separate tracks, versus if I want to put all the clips in the same, the tracks I'm going to use in the same track, then I would want to use this time shift tool here in this toolbar, and I would want to shift it down, and then once I'm done with this what a slinky knows, I would delete the carcass or the remnants of this track, all the pieces that I don't actually want to use, and that's how I would go about pulling tracks. So take your interview file, pull all the pieces that you know you're likely to use, including this weird little sound files or like your person laughing or chuckling to himself or whatever, and then delete whatever's left because you don't need to look at those 50 minutes or however long your interview was. All right.